program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now watching the Alan and DJ Show.
Yo, 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 Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Y'all know what time this is, man. Time for the Alan and DJ TV show program. And of course, you know I go by Alan.
And I'm your boy DJ, man.
DJ, man, what's going on, Seven?
I'm good, man. How about you?
I'm good, man. You've been with somebody for a long time.
Yep.
And I've been with Bambi the Deer for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm exhausted all my options, Like, you kids keep doing the same old. And I don't want to put everybody in my personal business like that, but, I feel like I wish she was just a little bit more spontaneous, I wish she was a little bit more spontaneous when it comes to the bedroom, like, if we could just spice our sex life up a little bit, I'd be... Damn. Yo, that's it. That's it, DJ. Okay. That's it. Bambi, we got a lot of talking to do. But let's talk about ways to spice up your sex life. Now, this is going to be a very spicy type of show today.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't even had breakfast yet. And in the words of my boy Ralph Smart. But without further ado, we finna give it to you the only way that the award-winning podcast TV show, the Alan and DJ Show, know how to bring it to you. So, DJ, let's talk about bullet point number 1.
Okay.
Try sending flirtatious messages during the day. Now, how does this get things kind of spiced up?
Oh, man.
Talk to me, dirty.
All right. What this does is it basically gets the person thinking about you throughout the whole entire day. So, like, when you send a text, basically that person is now you got that person on your mind by you sending the text, and they read that text. Now you done planted the seed. But it also excites the person and builds the anticipation to see you when they actually get saw.
Exactly. So some like to call it texting.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call it sexting. And the reason why I say that is because, it's kind of what we're doing. Like we mentally stimulating each other. So me sending you messages throughout the day, saying some spicy things to you that, like I don't want to get too crazy because this is, we got to keep it PG-13. But me saying some spicy things to you to get you going and to make sure that I'm on your mind. And also, my way of just flirting with you through a text messages, like me saying things that I normally wouldn't say. Well, you're like, oh, Alan, just stop. Oh, you acting like an animal today. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're getting all, roused up. And, me taking your imagination there as far as, like, making it feel like it's real before it happened. Like me picturing, like, me texting you, or should I say sexting you. So basically, like, what I'm doing is I'm stimulating your mind, taking you to a scenery, taking you to a place, and trying to find out your interests, like what turns you on. What I like about creating the flirtations and text messages is like it gives that person a sexy chance to explore their mind. You could do some type playful texting, then you slide something in with something sexual a little bit, and trust me, it's just gonna build up the anticipation. She's gonna be like, I can't wait to see you later. Better rip your shirt off.
Now, what this actually means is, like, basically when you text somebody, what happens, like, you text them something, then before they respond, you got them aroused. When you get them aroused, now they're either gonna respond back with a text message back saying what they're gonna do to you, or you're gonna get a I'll be home in a minute. So you'll have them. So arousal will equal early work release, meaning that once they finish work, they going home right away. And then an example of that is basically like a text message to be like something like, "Oh, I miss the taste of your lips," or "I wish I was holding you right now." That'd make any woman want to go home to you.
Exactly. Or you know, like you kind of taking it a little step further where you're saying, hey, I want you to wear that big long leather jacket, sexy lingerie. I want to see it all when I come home. And trust me, she gonna be, she can't wait. She can't wait. And you know, like, you bringing the whipped cream and all that good stuff, man. You know, just ways that you texting her and like exploring her mind and just get her like aroused. It gets her going. So I would say to spice up your sex life, you know, try to do something like that. Send flirty text messages. Mm-hmm. Trust me, it works. I'm a living proof. It works. And bullet point number 2, try to remember to mix up your date nights. Now, DJ, this is another good one that I like, is why is this important when it comes to spicing up your sex life?
Basically, what happens is when you mix up your date night, what it does is it keeps you spontaneous and it keeps you unpredictable.
Ooh, say that again. Say that again for the people up there in the 50th row. Hey, man, I see y'all up there, too. I see y'all up there, man. No. Hey, no, Dirty, I don't see you.
No, no, but what this basically does is it keeps you spontaneous and it keeps you unpredictable when you mix up your dating night, because when what I've learned from like past relationships and from like other people's mistakes is that when you become predictable, you become boring. And when you become boring, then that's when the separation happens.
Yeah, you know, like to me, that's like when a separation happens. And, you know, that's when they start looking to find your replacement, or should I say line up your replacement. So what you're not doing, the other guy will, or what you're not doing, the other woman will. Mm-hmm. So then they start to look for it in other ways. So now, like, when y'all used to first started dating, and y'all used to mix it up, spice things up, y'all was always, like, unpredictable. Then as you feel like you got her, or let's say now you guys are married, all that mystery stuff kind of slowed down a little bit, right? So now she's looking forward to finding it into somebody else because you're not, like, satisfying her. So I always say, like, don't forget to just kind of, like, balance things, mix things up. Like, allow time for date nights and don't have to be planned most of the time. Just be spontaneous. Just do something on a random or do something on the fly. And you don't need to get all ready, get yourself together as far as, like, you know, trying to look extra cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might just say, hey, we leaving the gym. Let's go on a date somewhere. And you might be like, I need to wash up. Some people like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I would say get your gym fragrance and wash your body no matter what, because it can go down anywhere. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's just being spontaneous. You know, like y'all doing something in the back of the gym. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like y'all in a restaurant and she giving you that look like, and you like, shoes. You know what I'm saying? Dirty, you gonna get up. And then I remember one time, like, true story, like this happened too, when I was in a relationship, and like I just kept getting up, man. There's one chick I used to talk to, and her family was like, y'all know y'all disappearing. Like, you know, when she get up, you get up, but when he get up, she get up. You know, we was doing what we was doing, but you know, look how we kept it spontaneous though.
Absolutely.
You know, like, and it was well worth it, man. Like, it was fun, and because then, you know, you're always unpredictable, and that's gonna keep her drawn into you a lot more. Or like even for a guy like me, you know, like you have to be spontaneous. Like, let's do things on the fly sometimes. They don't have to always be planned.
Absolutely. And like what this also does when you mix up your date nights is that it adds mystery to the relationship. And an example of that would be like, let's say in week 1, y'all have a date night on Friday. Mm-hmm. Week 2, let's switch it up and have a date night on Tuesday the following week.
Exactly.
Now you see what I just did there? First week was Friday. The following week, now you coming up on Tuesday right away. Now you leaving her guessing. Now you got the person on their heels and on their toes, so they don't know what to think.
Nah, like you know, like not at all, man. Like that's why like I love spontaneous, like, and you know maybe that's just the Leo in me. You know, like us lions can get a little wild sometimes. So you know, like you have to keep me engaged. Like that's the only way that you're gonna keep my attention on you. You're gonna keep me here. And, you know, it just makes me want to be with you. You know, like, it makes me think about you 24/7 because it's just like, I'm thinking about, like, first off, think about it. Like, we just got done sexting, right? Now, we kind of mixing up our date nights. And that's going to lead me into bullet point number 3. Dabble into a little bit of role play with your partner if they're comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
So break this down, DJ.
All right.
You know, like, hey, trust me. And then, like, the ladies are curious to hear from you, DJ. You got to break it down. Break it down, DJ. Break it down, man.
All right. Like, but basically what this bullet point does is it brings playfulness to the relationship so it can deepen your connection mentally and physically. It also brings stimulation to the relationship as well.
No doubt. And, you know, role playing can be fun. You know, it can be, once again, spontaneous. As long as that person open, you know, to different things. That's why it's cool to understand your partner or understand who you're dating or who you're dealing with, and you get to know what they like and what they don't like. And you say, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, so like she like this, okay. So, you know, like y'all can role play as far as like helping each other keep it playful. Have a with like a certain interest, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to role playing, like, shoes. She might be the cop and I'm the robber. Baby, cuff me. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm scared of cuffs, man. Because I'm afraid she ain't gonna let me go. You know what I'm saying? I got time for that. Because then I'm at her mercy.
Absolutely.
But we can do all that other stuff, though. You know, like some people into whips and chains. Some people into hot candle wax. It's a little too strange for me, but
oh yeah,
I'll be open to some things as long as we, you know, saying having fun and you know we comfortable with each other and we keeping it in that perimeter where okay, she's just as open to it as I am.
Absolutely, and like an example of this, like Al alluded to like a few examples, but like I'm gonna give y'all some more examples and some more PG examples, and basically like one example is like. Wear costumes, man. Basically, be like you be the cop, she be the robber, and you trying to arrest her. But second of all, stay in character. Like that's one thing that you don't want to do when you're role playing is get off character because that is going to kill the whole entire mood. Like for an example, like let's say y'all playing cops and robbers and you handcuff her and you tell her like what you're gonna do to her. All of a sudden she comes out of nowhere and says, "Hey, did you get those dishes done?" That kills everything.
Man.
The whole entire mood is gone just because of what she just said. And you trying to stay in character, but she really wants you to get that done. And if you don't get that done, then the whole mood is gone. Everything's done.
Or two, you know what I'm saying, talking about somebody at work.
Yep.
Oh, baby, oh yeah, that feel good. Hey, you know what she did to me today? She had the nurse look at me. You're like, dog, let's get that. You know what I'm saying? You still trying to make your move. And she's still talking about what's going to work. And all of a sudden now, it just blow the fuse. You're like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, like DJ say, stay in character, man. Like, don't ruin the mood.
Yep.
This is too perfect right now. Don't be ruining this, man. Like, this is perfect. So do not ruin the mood. And then I would say bullet point number 4, act on simplifying and sharing your fantasies. Ooh. So DJ, how would you approach that question right there?
Before I give an example, I'm gonna just tell you like what that actually means first. But basically, what this basically does is like it lets one person open up verbally to you and invite you into their actual world.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's deep, though.
Facts.
That's deep, and it gives you the answer. And this is key, guys. I'm throwing a gem at you guys. It also gives you the answer on how to keep and satisfy your spouse.
Yeah. So you know, I don't want to get too graphic or nothing. So, like, this don't always have to mean, like, you got to involve a lot of people, or some people like to swing, or, like some people like to get too kinky. Like, you don't have to do all that to, kind of simplify and spice up her mind as far as, like, seeing, like, what, like what her fantasies are. But, try to engage in different things, like getting it done in the kitchen. Or, like y'all like enjoying each other in the shower. And, most definitely, like try to experiment with a little bit of foreplay. Like I always say foreplay is the number one thing that you should do before you take it over there. Because some dudes just be too rough. I got to get it in. You're like, calm down, my G. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes, yes, here and there, it's okay to get a little quickie in. But perhaps, like try to express your interest when sharing your fantasies with them. Express the things that you like, the things that you are into, if you feel comfortable sharing it with that person, and the things that you don't like. Hey, like, some people might not like bringing in other people into their relationship. And, some people might not like too much kinky stuff, where like at this point it's starting to get a little weird, like, nah, man, just keep it simplified, man, and I always say just get in the moment, and what's gonna happen in the moment is gonna happen in the moment.
And like an example of this is basically like how you want to keep it simple is like simply just tell the person your fantasy, and when you tell the person your fantasy, make sure it's doable. Don't say like I want to jump off the bridge, like that type of fantasy. Like, no, bro, like that ain't cool.
Oh man.
But like have like a fantasy like, I want you to lick whipped cream off my body, or I want an oil massage. Like that's not common. Licking whipped cream off of people's body, that's not common. But that is a fantasy that people do have. So that's doable. So let them have doable fantasies and let that person accomplish those fantasies.
Yeah, man. Like, you have to watch me dirty because I've been and made a whole ice cream sundae out of you. Let me stop playing. No, but like you see how that's getting that person going, or it gets them a while. So, sweetheart, you better watch yourself out there because shoot, I better made a whole ice cream sundae out you, mama. I'm telling you. But then add the bullet point number 5, and I know it's gonna sound a little different and cliche, but add a little dangers into proceeding, but not just for the sake of it. And I know what they're thinking. Add danger? Man, what do you mean? What kind of stuff y'all into? No. Calm down, my G. Because my boy DJ is finna direct you to what this really means.
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all what this really means. What this basically means is like, it adds physical arousal to the relationship, but also pain and bondage adds stimulation to the body for some people.
Yeah. Now, there's the point when I talk about, you get your little quickie in, like, y'all both going just like being a little late for work. Like, I don't care, baby. I just got to have you real quick. Which is danger on like a high thrill sexual acts, as long as it spices up like your sexual experiences. It keeps things spicy. And it can work very well to mix things up as often as like thinking about the thrills and the experiment that you guys had. So for an example, dang, baby, you know what? I'm sitting there thinking about what we did this morning. Man, like, you got me tripping. Like, man, it's all in my mind still. And she might be thinking about you, and she's smiling all day. And everybody like, girl, whoa, what is you smiling about? She's thinking about you. I'm telling you, man. And, that gets things raunchy a little bit. It gets the thrill and like her blood pumping, man. And then it's like that erotic memory of what y'all just did this morning. It could have been on the way you dropping her off to work, and like y'all got it in.
Yeah.
Man, no, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to a little bit of danger, but it thrills in a good way.
No, but an example of this would be like choking or slapping a person on certain parts of the body. Not just slapping them just to be slapping them, but like just slapping them on certain parts of the body that stimulates their body. And sometimes tie-ups work in certain situations. But at the same time, like what you want, like that person may not like to be choked, but they might like to be slapped. Like for like, let me give you a small example. Like, I had somebody talk to me at work before, and it was like, well, this dude had sex with me, but he started choking me, and I didn't like that. But I liked it when he slapped me in other places. And I'm like, oh, okay, so you like to be slapped, but you don't like to be choked. Okay, how you told him that? She was like, nah. But I was like, well, maybe you need to address that to him.
Right.
So he'll know how to keep you going.
Sure, it was a little bit too much into it. Choking her. Dog, you gonna choke her out, man.
You gonna kill her, dog.
You gonna kill her, man. She's like passing out. Hey, but hey, look, like I agree. Like I don't want nobody choking me like that. Now, hold on, man. I'm supposed to be the man. Like you don't be doing me like you just choking me, get in the bed and all that stuff, man. Nah, man. But yeah, like try to do things like that though. Like just try to, live life on the edge a little bit is what I'm basically trying to say in so many words. And bullet point 6, take your time to explore each other's bodies. So this is where I say this will foreplay come in at.
Yeah.
Because now that you guys take a chance to explore each other's bodies, you're starting to know what she like, what turns her on, or like she's starting to understand what you like and what turns you on. And, like spend 20 to 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Just like, focus on the tensions of like each other. Like calm music might get her in the mood. And you know how I like those smell goods, get those like nice little candles, you know what I'm saying? You can go to certain fragrance stores and get them. And, you got a little soft music playing in the background and y'all focusing on the sensations of each other's body. And, like y'all slowly doing a little bit of foreplay and you taking her there.
All right. Like what this also does is like it helps you stay in the moment, man. But it also helps you find their arousal spots and keep them stimulated.
Oh man, facts. Like it don't take too much to get me going. Like I always say, like when a girl get the, like touching on me, like on my shoulders, my neck, trying to, get up in there, and for some reason, like women always love my chubby, fat cheeks for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird, but it is what it is. But, like there's, like little stuff like that gets me going. Like you got the place smelling good, and we got real nice music going on, and we got dinner on the table, and I'm just looking at you deep in your eyes, and you looking at me deep in mine. And, just thinking about the things that, I want to do to you. And you thinking about the things that you want to do to me. Like, that's what I mean when it comes to, like, take time to explore each other and explore each other's bodies. Like, me touching you in certain places, as long as we both are comfortable. And you saying, like, hey, ooh, baby, like, that get me going. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by that. And with the last bullet point, let's talk about accessories and extras shouldn't be, like, threatened.
Absolutely. And
let's take this on, DJ. Like, how should we like really target this situation? Like, how are we gonna execute into this question?
All right. Basically, what you want to do is like you only want to use this if a person allows it. Like, and what this does is like it leaves the person in a submissive state. So if that person allows you to put them in a submissive state, then use the accessories necessary. Like the example of like accessories that people use to put you in a submissive state is basically handcuffs, ropes, chains, toys, masks, whips, costumes.
Boy, I tell you, what they into, man?
No, like it's real like that.
Yeah. Like some of that stuff I agree with, man. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, but when it comes to them toys and all, nah, you use that on you, not me. But nah. But yeah, like some people like to blindfold you, and you might not feel comfortable being blindfolded because you might be like, I don't know what's going on. And, like you're going to straight up, like, have her gone. You're going to blindfold her, handcuff her, tie her up. Hey, this turning into a horror scene. So basically what I'm trying to say in so many words is like, let us not do that. Let's use the right accessories that she feel comfortable. And let me give you the Alan and DJ's final thought. DJ, what's your final thought when it comes to people spicing up their sex life?
Be spontaneous and be unpredictable when it comes down to spicing up your sex life, because if you become predictable and when you become predictable, you end up becoming boring. And when you become boring, then that means that you're gonna have a boring sex life.
Fair enough. And you know, like I just say, you know, take time to get to learn your partner, man. Go back to the things that y'all once used to do that made y'all both happy and, you know, that made her fall in love with you in the first place. You know, go back to the things like that and, you know, make sure that you guys just mix up things. Like, don't be too complacent. Don't be too much of like a one-trick pony. You know, like you want to have all kind of, so I like to think of this in basketball terms, all kind of elements of your game. And last but not least, man, you know, just flirt with her, man. Just send her little flirty text messages throughout the day. Like, let her know that, you know, you're thinking about her, or vice versa, ladies. Let him know that you're thinking about him. And if you do that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Alan and DJ Show. You can find us on YouTube at the Alan and DJ Show. You can find us at the Alan and DJ Show at gmail.com. If you have any questions about what you want us to talk about next, you can find us at the Alan and DJ Show fan page on Facebook. You can find my personal page on Instagram and Facebook at Alan Hutchinson, and William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, find ways to spice up your life. Because why? You want to get on the spices of your life. Stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.